Hey, everybody. Good evening. It's Ellen Lewis from Crazy for You, and I am so happy to be here with you tonight. It's been a little crazy around here. I've been having this whole trying to get organized thing, and um, I had all of my podcast topics all planned out. We worked through it. I had them all written down. And today I just drew a blank. I was like, what was I going to talk about? And then I was like, oh, yeah. So, if you read the newsletter this week, you know that I was talking about how yesterday it was Mardi Gras, Fasching, Carnival, and all of the fun kind of revelry that goes with that, and sort of the way that, especially in New Orleans, the way that they do it in New Orleans is, it's not just like once a year. I think they live life that way. And the phrase is laissez le bon temps rouler, right? I'm sure they say it differently than I do, but you get the idea. I mean, the phrase means let the good times roll. Let's party. Let's have fun. Not just now, not just, okay, it's time to start the party, but generally, let's live life that way. So I think that's kind of fun. And that's what I was talking about in the newsletter, about how sometimes you just kind of have to let loose. Hey, Amelia. Hey, Sandy. How you guys doing tonight? I'm glad you're here. Hey, Rita. Nice to see you. So, I mean, as I said in the newsletter, I take my knitting pretty seriously, right? I mean, it's my job, right? I own a yarn store. And I knit sweaters, right? And we're serious about that. I run a membership site for people who want to make sweaters that fit, right? That are finished professionally. Okay. So it's serious. Knitting sweaters is pretty serious business. You've got a lot invested in the yarn. You've got a lot invested in terms of your time and your expectations and all of that. So even though the tagline is fun to knit and fabulous to wear, there are parts of knitting a sweater that you are really proud to wear that are decidedly unfun. There's a lot to it, right? So sometimes it's just really nice to cut loose, right? Who's with me? Let me see who's on here. Hey, Ida. Hey, Eveline. Hey, Jal. Polly, nice to see you. Hey, Karen. Hi, Christy. Hey, Terry. Oh, my goodness. So thank you so much. When you're watching, I love it when you say hi. So then I know who's watching and I can say hi back. So then I have I don't know, my people. I love that. So thank you. Hi, Carolyn. So, yeah, so I thought it would just be fun since I was talking about it, the kinds of things that we like to knit just because they're fun. I would love to hear from you in the comments. What do you like to knit that's really fun? What's your go-to when you feel like, "Ooh, that would be fun?" I mean, for Ginny, of course, it's, big complicated cable thing. Ooh, that would be fun. But I thought I would share with you some of the kinds of things that I find fun and playful, and just not when I'm trying not to take myself so seriously, when I don't want to think about all of the things I have to think about when I'm making a sweater: fit, ease, construction, shaping, right? All that stuff. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Morgan. You want to cut loose? Good girl. Let's cut loose. Okay. Let's see what Christy has to say. I love to knit a fun thing here and there, hence the Darth Vader sweater. That was so fun. You knit a lot of fun stuff, actually. I think you've knit several of the fun things from the Harry Potter and the Darth Vader. Those are tremendously fun, right? They're just playful. They're so unserious. And, I've always said I don't knit creepy dolls and I don't knit toilet paper holder covers, but there's something to that kind of a playfulness. I think that is kind of really appealing. It's not your job. I mean, it's my job, but it's not your job. Knitting is my job, yes, but it's also my hobby, and having fun with things I think is super important. Let's see. Shawls with great colors. Hey, Ellen. Yes, absolutely. Shawls with great colors. And stuffies. Oh, yes, we're going to talk about that. The toys for the boys. Yep, those are fun. Gail, the entropy blanket. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like that. So, okay, so let's talk about kind of what I think is fun too. So, you guys have already touched on a lot of it. I like when I'm knitting a sweater. Okay, it's a big thing. It's a wardrobe piece. It's let me get this off. Oh, comfy socks. I don't have fun go-to knitting yet. Okay, as a crocheter. All right, well, crochet. Let's hear what you like to crochet that's fun. And I have some fun crochet things to share with you too. So, for me, again, I think about sweaters. I knit sweaters that I want to wear, sweaters that fit in my wardrobe. And I like neutrals. Yes, pink is a neutral. For those of you who attended the retreat, you know that pink can be a neutral too. But sometimes it's just really fun to knit something crazy. Like, I'm not a huge fan of highly variegated yarns for sweaters. I love those yarns. I love the colors. I love the speckles. I think they're super fun. But at scale, meaning the size you might make for an entire sweater, particularly a kind of a big sweater, that's a lot, right? Certainly for me, those highly variegated, highly contrast yarns with the crazy colors, they're kind of a lot for a sweater. But there are great shawls. I mean, I love to use those kinds of yarns and those colors in small bits as an accent for like some really fun shawls. And I'm not talking about like serious shawls. We'll get to those in a minute. I'm just talking about really super fun and playful kinds of shawls. So the first one that comes to mind for me, and I know many of you have made it, is the hitchhiker. I remember the first time I heard of it, it was probably 2010. And somebody came in, it was right after it had been published. I'll have to look and see what the publication date is. But they came in and they said, I have this great pattern and it just highlights variegated yarn. So let's look at that. I'll share my screen over here and you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is Hitchhiker. And as you can see, it's just super, super fun. It is, it's just got a little zigzag on the bottom here, and it just makes use of the colors. It just lets the colors do what the colors do. There are a ton of them. Isn't that pretty? I mean, just every single one that you look at, those are featured, but you can look at, 34,000 people have made this, this project. And where are those 34,000 people? Okay, so look at how fun that is. I mean, these are just beautiful, beautiful colors that people, and I think the most fun ones are the ones that are super variegated. Just relax into it, enjoy the yarn. Here's another multicolored. It doesn't have a stitch pattern. It does have a stitch pattern, but it doesn't have a stitch pattern. Do you know what I mean? So all you've got is this little tooth along the bottom, and the rest of it is just about the color, which is, to me, so super fun. All right. Ellen likes Barbara, scrappy projects. Yep. Oh, Polly's made 3 hitchhikers. Yep, absolutely. Oh, this is a good idea. Layla swatches when she wants to have fun, relaxing knitting. I wish more people thought about swatching that way, Layla. Lisa. Yes. Yeah. Might have a few ends to weave in. Hi, Mia. Yeah, it's a great knit along. It's a perfect project for just when you want to play with fun things. So I did one. I mean, anybody who knows me knows that this is not my color jam at all, but I just thought this orange and red and yellow was so fun and beautiful. I knit it. I had these fabulous buttons from Jewel Designs. They were just too fun. I think I ended up giving this to Mary's daughter, Polly, who loves orange. But here's what it looks like, just lying on the, well, that's my counter, not the blocking board. But you get it, right? Isn't that fun? So you guys have all done that, right? Where's another one? So that's a super fun one, I think, for playing with variegated yarns. This is another one. This is called 3S, and this is another one that it's just completely random. You do the increases, you put this row of eyelets wherever you want to. There's increases in the center. Super fun. Look at that great shape. So that's a really nice one. And you can put the eyelets in whenever you want or not. This has a little picot bind off. And you can use any yarn, any size needle. I used a 7 for mine, but I used, what's that? Rayon Sparkle, the Rayon Metallic from Blue Heron. But I think the pattern calls for a really small needle. But again, you can do whatever you want. Put as many in, make as many eyelet rows, and just go crazy wild with the yarn. This shape is really nice to wear too. I find this to be a really appealing shape, you know. Agree? Has anybody made one of these? So these are kind of fun. That is called 3S by Amy Mead. 3S. You have to remember that if you're looking for it in Ravelry, there's no space between the 3 and the S has to be capitalized. So, all right, so there's that one. Now, if you are a Noro fan like I am, and you have a few random skeins of Noro, I think Boom is a great project. Just, the way the Noro stripes, this is a beautiful design. No thinking at all. You're just increasing. It's an asymmetrical triangle. And I think it plays up the stripes that you get with any self-striping yarn. Noro is my go-to self-striping. Look at this little girl. She's so cute. So fun to knit and easy to wear. I think that's a really pretty shape. I know Jenny has made several of them. And look, you can make it really tiny, or you can make it, you could go twice as big as this. So it's a nice, this triangular shape, I think, is really easier to wear than some. Some of them can be sort of challenging to wear, right? Let's see. So I love those in multicolored yarns. And sometimes, you just want to play with a beautiful palette. You see 3 or 4 not multis, but like solids, and you just love the colors. I have a whole Ravelry bundle of shawls that I think are fun and playful. This one especially I've been wanting to make this for forever. This is by Casapinka, and it's got a beautiful, you see the stripes in here? They're like a little stitch pattern, and they're worked in a super crazy, fun, bright hand-dyed. And then the center is this kind of gray. So mixing a neutral with the brights. Does that remind anybody from the retreat about mixing those? But that to me is like a super fun, maybe not as crazy as the others. Bella by Annie Baker with Noro. Yeah. Ooh, I'll have to look up that one. Bella. Huh. Okay, we'll look at that one. So I think this is really pretty. It's pretty in the, see how this has the dark background and then the fun bright with it. Completely different look. And here's kind of a neutral. Remember how we were talking about how the neutrals really kind of mute the super brights? Let's see what else we got here. Who else has made this? Let's look at all the favorited projects. That helps. Most favorites. Okay, so yeah. Pretty. Oh, this is kind of tonal. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, but I just think this is a really, really fun one. And I haven't made it, but it's on my list. It's one of those that I have wanted to make for a super long time. Does this appeal to anybody? Do you like this one? And if you want to go crazy with shawls, Stephen West is always a great place to start. His stuff is super fun and fanciful, sometimes a little over the top. Well, okay, always a little over the top. Not always. This one's pretty. Open that. Come on now. Why are you not opening? Okay, it doesn't want to open for me, but Anyway, if you have ever knit a Stephen West shawl, you know exactly what I am talking about. Thank you, Morgan. Yes, maybe we can do that as a knit along, huh? Get some fun tea time fibers. Ooh, which Stephen West are you thinking about, Lisa? So I have knit this one. I have knit Spectra. Why is my thing not working? It's not opening anything. Oh, well. Okay, so Spectra is a really fun one. I've knit that. Again, it's just about the colors that make it so crazy. You can have it as wild or as not wild as you like. This is a pretty one from, that one's from, that was in Knitty. These were both in Knitty, I believe. So tell me in the comments if you have knit a Stephen West design, which one, and did you like it? So you can see that he kind of got a little more flamboyant as he went. Okay, my mouse is just not working on this one at all. I don't know why. Oh, well. Okay, so Stephen West, he's a place to go. All right, if you want something super fun and crazy, the Slipstravaganza or Shawlography. Okay, well, all right. Well, we will have to have a look at that one. Shawlography. Okay, that's got a lot going on. Okay. I'm going to have to close that tab because it is just not working for me. Okay, so the other thing that I like to knit if I am knitting just kind of fun things, a lot of people knit socks. I love to knit hats. I like really fun, really crazy, silly hats, and I have pulled up a whole bunch of them, as I'm sure you saw. So let me share those with you. So I love these. And I have a Ravelry bundle here that I put together for stranded hats, because a lot of the ones that I think are really pretty and fun are the stranded ones. So look at this one. Isn't this just fun and happy? I love that. And that just is easy stranded. You're, again, playing with that variegated yarns against a neutral, and that makes it really fun. Here's another example of somebody who did it in maybe less playful colors. But to me, that just looks like the happiest cupcake ever. Yeah, fun. Okay, so I like that one. And whoops. Where am I? All right. Oh, I see why it wasn't going. Okay, so where were my bundles? I thought I had those all together here. Oh, well. Okay, so super fun little projects. Where am I? If you're ever looking and seeing what I might be interested in, I will show you these are my bundles. You're welcome to sneak in on those if you are interested. I'm sure H comes before S. Oh, I know why it was stranded. Sorry, guys. Stranded. So yes, this is another one that I think is beautiful. Have any of you knit this one? This is a little more complicated in terms of stranded, but look how fun and playful that is. Just super easy. And they knit up so quickly. You know, a hat is really not any more knitting than a pair of socks, you know, because hats usually on worsted weight yarn. Okay, let's see. Baubles. Lots of baubles. Yes. Okay. From Stephen West. You betcha. Working on the West Knits Melting Marl Blanket. Good. Very fun. Yes. Isn't it? That's what I like to hear. Fun. The Alaska hat. Yep. I think that's great. You have to knit that, Rita. Rita's a knitting machine. She'll knit it in about an hour. Yes. Hats are great technique projects. If you want to learn stranding, I think knitting a hat is a perfect place to do that, to try that. That's part of the reason that we do the hat club, so that we can try out different techniques, different stitches, and that you can learn them. You know, if you've never done stranding, a hat is a great place to do it. Like brioche, you know, a hat in brioche is a great way to learn that technique, or just to play with stitch patterns, you know? So yeah, absolutely right. Double knitting. Oh, good. Yeah, you're a hand spinner. These are also really great ideas for gifts. So if you are interested in being a gift knitter, then these are the kinds of things that you would want to start now and have ready for December for giving. Yep. Yeah, this one is a super attention getting. Absolutely. People love this one. Hello. Okay. Look at this. So this is really fun too, isn't it? With a little sheep on it. I think that's super fun and playful because you can get away with playful things when when it's a hat. Nobody's expecting it to be serious or, polished. It's just fun. It's just playful. And that's what I like. Uh this one is beautiful, I think. This Fair Isle hat. Look at those colors. That would be a fun, and this is an interesting technique to use too. This corrugated ribbing, very fun. All right, so hats, and I also like things that are small. If you want fun things, something that knits up really quickly is always fun because you get that little hit of a finished object. Look, I made this. I started it, I made it, and now it's done. And isn't it great? So that to me is a very fun aspect of knitting. It's very playful. You just do it up quick, especially and if it's bulky, I love that too. So let's look at these are some of Jenny Noto's designs. And if you did the January or the February hat this year, we used her designs in there. And they're cute because they're cute, but they're also fun because she uses a lot of bulky yarn. Like, look at this one. That is huge in Malabrigo Rasta. That would take about a minute to knit, don't you think? Super fun, super cute. So I like that one. I love this one, of course, because the color is so pretty. And she does these in different sizes. So this is a great little technique. This is a 2-stitch cable that she's used instead of ribbing on that. I think that's beautiful and adorable in every possible way. And it's pink, don't you know? So that's really fun and pretty. And her designs are, if you want something fun, that is a great place to go. That is, she designs as Wanded Knit and Crochet. You can also find her as Jenny Noto. So a lot of her stuff has a Harry Potter theme, which is really fun. Again, super chunky things. A lot of super chunky hats. These are fun things to make. Look at this. This is something that you wouldn't necessarily think of as, but I guess it's a garment. But how much fit do you have to worry about when it's that chunky? I think that's great. Playful, fun, not serious. Again, hats. So things that are super chunky, I think, are really fun. Look at this one. Is that Jenny Noto? Probably. Yes, look at that. Man, and I had that pinned a long time ago. Okay. So these are some other tiny little things that finish up quickly. Hand warmers, those are fun things. And again, these are all great gift ideas. Look at this. I think that's wonderful. It's crocheted. So if you are a crocheter, you know how fast this will knit up. But just look at the shape of that. Isn't this just so fun and playful? I would love to crochet a bunch of those and string them up at Valentine's or, whenever, right? So that's fun. And I mean, how could I resist this, right? When we're having our tea party this weekend, how could I resist knitted tea cozies? Oh my gosh, these are so fun. I can't wait to share them with you. Okay, look at these. How fun are they? Now these are crocheted. So if you crochet, these are going to go really quickly. And I think you can do a little more sculpting with the crochet than you can with the knitting. But look how cute that is. It's a little fairy house. Oh my gosh, don't you love that? These are the crocheted ones. These are the knitted ones. So also super cute tea cozies. Look at this one that looks like Peter Rabbit. How beautiful is that? Look at the face on this little critter. Isn't she beautiful? Oh my gosh, that would be very fun. Yes, crochet is much, much quicker. And it is definitely easier to create this kind of three-dimensional shape with crochet. But yeah, I think it also has some of its drawbacks. But yeah, super fun. So Stash Busters, yep. Yeah, super fun. Thanks, Amelia. Squishy hat, yep. Ida, you've been busy knitting stuff. Dang. Yes, Christy, that's one of the drawbacks. It does use so much more yarn. But I mean, these are small things. It's not a sweater. It's just a little, a little something for fun. But don't you love these little tea cozies? I think they're beautiful. That one. And then we have some that look like, like little people, or this one's like a strawberry. Just beautiful, fun, playful. This one's wearing its own little sweater. How fun is that? Oh my gosh. There was one designer in particular that I liked a whole lot for the tea cozies, and that is this gal, Susan Cowper. Look at these. I think these are wonderful. This is the queen. Oh my gosh. Look how fun she's done the queen. How could you resist that? It's so perfect, isn't it? Oh my gosh, I love that. Which one do you like? Look at this one. I think this is beautiful too. Look at this. It's so real looking. This is a tea cozy that is some alpaca. Okay, I'll have to bring this up. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine what the pattern looks like. But look at the face on that little guy. Oh my gosh, isn't that adorable? So cute. Oh my gosh. Wouldn't you knit that? I would. Okay, I'll be perfectly honest. I would probably never knit that. It's too fiddly, but I love the look of it. And if you're the kind of knitter who would knit that, tell me in the comments that you would knit that, because I want to be your friend. Oh my. Okay, so what are some other tea cozies? So is there anything else that you guys think is super, super fun that you enjoy knitting that just puts a smile on your face? What gauge yarn? I mean, do you find that super crazy socks make you happy? Do you make hand warmers? Are you a cowl girl? What brings you that kind of joy that I'm talking about? You know what I mean, right? That finding that thing that it just feels like such a relax, such a relief, such a playful, happy thing to knit. Tell me what you find. Let's see. I would use a pulled pattern. Ah, you did. Oh, Kelly, I love that. Thank you for sharing that with me. All right. Yes, exactly. It's like a stuffy with a purpose, right? It's a useful thing. It's a tea cozy for Pete's sake, but it's so cute, So maybe I would knit one of those. Maybe not one of the people, but definitely I'm looking at these over here. I think I might. I think I might knit some of these. Maybe we'll have like a little knit along. Oh my gosh, look at this busty lady. Isn't this cute? Have any beach babe? Oh, that's adorable. Have any of you guys seen on Instagram the nudie knits? If you have, share that in the comments and tell me. I'll put a link in the description later on, or in the comments, to their Instagram account. You want to talk about fun and playful. They're all British characters, and they're little people that have been knitted, but they're all naked and they're so fun. And there's always some cheeky double entendre caption that goes with it. And they are so, so fun. If anybody's there and you can find it real quick and post it in the comments, go ahead and do that. But it's called Nudie Knits, Nudiknits, and it is on Instagram. So super fun. They probably have a whole YouTube page. I don't know, but so let's see what everybody else likes. Okay, so toys for my grandchildren. That's a great idea. Has anybody knit cat toys? I want to knit a cat toy for my daughter's cat. She's so about that cat. I think that would be fun. So anyway, that's what I had for you tonight. And I am so glad that you could be with me to talk about playful knitting and just things that are fun and taking ourselves a little less seriously and just finding a little bit of joy, cutting loose and enjoying all of those colors that we wouldn't wear, can't wear, don't wear, don't fit in our wardrobe, and just enjoying the knitting because it's what we love to do. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week. Good night, and keep knitting and create something beautiful.